Hello. Well, we've had Storm Bert, so I'm just giving everything a check before we get started today. I should have some helpers with me today. Archie's with me so far. The rest of the gang might call after lunch, help me for an hour or so. So the plan today is, well, everything looks okay from the storm first and foremost. Yeah. Everything's fine. I was worried about this big horse chestnut, but it looks good. Yeah, just about it. So the plan for today is I want to give the bathroom a clean, give the kitchen a clean so that we can use it for a tea room. And I want to, that room that we started with the floorboards, I would so love to get the rest of the floorboards and joists up so that I could just start digging in there. So the plan is, let's check around the front. The plan is, we bought the cottage with our eldest daughter. The plan is that we would do the first stage of renovations so that it is a habitable home, and then she can carry on the renovations when she's ready. She can buy us out when she's ready. I want to leave some bird food up here. There's a little robin. He's always checking on us. And I left some last week and he's edible. So when she's ready to live in it, she can carry on the renovations and she can buy us out. Meanwhile, we will do stage one. So stage one is really just getting it dry and warm, put in a heating system. That's what we're putting on the building control application. Hopefully we won't have to touch too much of the lime plaster, and then if Jenny wanted to do further insulation work, she can further down the line. We're just going to replace what we have to replace, do the minimum. And I'd read a book called An Old Dry Home, I actually put it in the description, and it was a really good book. And he was saying with old houses, if something is working, don't try to fix something if it's not broke. And something works with this house. The fact that this house is in such good shape for its age and having been empty, there's something that's working in that. So I don't want to come in too quickly, undo everything, because every time you introduce something new, you could be introducing unforeseen problems further down the line. So sometimes when people introduce insulation, what they're creating is a different dew point, a condensation point behind the battened out insulation, and they solve one problem but create two more that you maybe don't notice for a few years. So this is a slow renovation to make sure that everything that we introduce is to the benefit of the house and doesn't create further problems. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave the roof as it is, because there's nothing wrong with those cement tiles. There's 4 I think that need replaced. We're replacing the skylight windows at the back, and we'll give that a clean, and that's going to be fine. As I say, that might be stage 2 that Jenny changes further down the line. She might want to go back to that, she might want to put slate on it, but that's not broke, so at the moment we're not fixing that. We will insulate the roof with sheep's wool, because that's breathable and that doesn't introduce too many additional problems. As I say, the walls I'm going to leave what I can, only maybe take off 50%, less than that if I can do that, and repoint and reline plaster, maybe hemp lime plaster those walls that I take off. If Jenny wants to do some more of that, then she can make a different application in stage 2 of the renovations. But this wall I definitely will do. probably some of the back. I think this is cement pebble dash from when they raised the roof, put the new roof on. Because the inside of that wall is tongue and groove, which I suspect means that that's a damp wall. So I want to take that off to see what's underneath it. But yeah. And then just see if it dries out. If it dries out with the French drains and what we're doing, then we know we're on the right track. But like those big stone walls, they can take a year to dry out. So I don't want to do too much on stage one because yeah, it's one of those things I think you have to be with the house for a while to see how it's responding to things. Fizzy board will change, gutter in will change, but that's oh, and I told you about the roof lights. That'll probably be one of the first things because I'm making those changes so that we can fix the tiles on the roof when we're up on the ladder, and that won't be makes them not good with height. Not that that's that high, but you know what I mean. And then, so the biggest first job is to take out all the floors. I'm going to put in a lime creek floor, so and underfloor heating, and the plan for that is to keep the house at a constant 18 degrees, so that you're not trying to heat up these big thick stone walls and then they cool down and then you have to try and heat them up. You should have a big heat up and then you're only ever topping up, and then that uses the thermal mass that's in the stones to release back in. So I'm going to use underfloor heating to keep it at a constant 18 degrees, and then use the fireplaces as additional heat, and infrared heaters on the ceiling. And infrared heaters heat the objects in the room rather than heating the whole airspace. So that shouldn't increase, it shouldn't have an effect on my dew point. When this is all theory from some books, but this is what I mean by I don't want to do that and then work out that I still have too much condensation. So I won't have that done. I want building control happy with it, and then if I need to look at the walls I will, but the plan is really to keep that for further down the line. So the next few videos is going to be a lot of digging floors out. There's 3 of the rooms with suspended floors, and the hallway and the kitchen is solid floor with stone tiles. I'm going to try and reuse those. But today is just the bottom room, which is down there. We'll try and take some more of these boards off that we can see a bit easier. We're going to try and get all of the carpet up, out, some floorboards today. I would love to have the floorboards done. So probably do a bit less talking and a bit more working would be a good idea. So we've got, this is the first time I've actually seen this room because that window was boarded up and there's no bulbs in it, so I'd seen it with the flashlight. Sorry, I can't see you, Dave. So this is going to be a dressing room to the window, and then we're going to this wall and extend that is already a toilet, and so that's going to be a shower room. So we're going to start with the floors. Archie's doing a good job. And I don't have much battery left, so I'm just showing you that as a before with the light on, and then I'll come back and show you how we get on this afternoon, taking out the rest of the floorboards. So I switched the camera off because I was saving battery. Ooh, we found a thing. Look. Hold on, I'm gonna, no, I won't spin you. I don't know this. So, I say we could never see this room clearly because this window was boarded up and you could there's no light in it. So we were just using the torchlight. And it's a lovely paneling in here. At one point this was a little bedroom. The nephew of the sisters who lived here used to sleep in here. This was his bedroom. Anyway, when we took off the tongue of the roof here so that we could start taking off the floor, look what we found. We found an old window. So here's you can see here where the windows have started to slope in. Here is the windowsill, which runs to here. And yeah, now when you look at the, I don't know if you can see the plaster, it comes up, it's a different shape. And then down this edge, oh, there was a window. Oh, I couldn't see it from the outside, but I suppose it's I'm plastered over on the outside, because I was thinking this is going to be quite a dark dressing room. Can we make a new window? Can we make this window? Can we make this a window again? I don't know. Oh, I'm so excited. So we found a window. Archie's less excited about the window.
I'm really cool.
I love the window. Interesting fact. Do you know why the lime wash is it's this fantastic shade of pink? And in the bedroom, or well, was the living room, will be a bedroom, it's this fantastic peach colour. Story goes, on a Keeley night, the crack was good, and they decided, I don't know, have a paint party, but they coloured the lime wash with whiskey and brandy. So one gave us the peach colour and the other gave us the pink. Isn't that fantastic? I love those stories. And you can just imagine the crack when they were mixing it all up. One for me, one for the lime wash. Anyway, I'm going to switch off the battery again to save the power, but I'll bring you back in if I find anything else. Okay, so we've just stopped for bite to eat. Kettle's on. Let's see if we can find the window from the outside. So there's the existing window, which will be for the bathroom. Then there'll be a wall. This is oh, it's not obvious. This is the going to be the dressing room, and on the other side of this is where you can see like the built-up window. Let's see if we take some of this ivy off. Is it any clearer? Oh, wait. I think I can see something. Is it my imagination? Maybe. These here are at the front of the house, and they come out of the windows, like the window frames. So maybe that's an old window frame, because it's there. Is there a change of? Oh, is there a change of plaster here? Is this the window? Maybe. There's like a slight dip here where that is. Can you see it comes across just there? There's like a line. I don't know if I'm knocking it makes any difference. I think that's where the window is. Oh my goodness. Oh look, we need to empty out those gutters. It's not doing anybody any favours. And look at the ivy on this wall. When I take this off, this is going to need serious repointing, because that ivy could be what's keeping that up. Look. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this time Archie found the cool thing. So we've got all these boards up in here, and we're just starting to peel away some of the rubble. And Archie dug a little hole, and under the ground we found this. A hole that just seems to go and go and go and go. So we don't know, is it a rat hole? I don't think it's, move the phone out of the way. I don't think it's big enough to be a rabbit hole, is it? But something has buried or dug a little home underneath the floor of the house. So that was cool. Archie just dug it and then went, oh, there's a hole. And I was like, where does this hole come? So over here, there's some rotten joists. And you can see, look, this wall is really dry. It'll be interesting to see where the ground level is on the other side of that. So that's wet. Here's a stone that was sitting on it like this. Okay, so there where it was touching the soil is wet. Here, bone dry. There, wet. Can you see the difference? Before it was sitting in the soil. So if the soil is underground level, that's why it's all wet. So I'm going to measure that and check. I think that is a bit high, and that's what's coming in here. But it's not migrating up the wall, it's just here, and we're digging that out actually for the concrete. So really interesting. Also, what didn't help it was there was at a time it was burgled, and they were stealing the copper pipes, and they just left the water running and it absolutely flooded the place. That didn't help because that water has sat in the ground, and as I say, it takes a very long time for these buildings to dry out, especially if there's no heat on. So could still be some of that residual water that just has never had a chance to come out, and that's why you can't rush in and make the decisions too quickly, because I'm trying to swap it. That's swap it. Yeah, because you just don't know. Oh, I look like one of those mod singers. Look at the fire now. It's proper blazing. And it's warmed up quite nicely, hasn't it, Archie?
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad. Okay, so if we find out anything more about the hole, we'll let you know in the comments, but put in the comments if you think it's a rat hole or a rabbit hole, or if it was just a hole that was always there and then they filled, I don't know, they filled around it and it just naturally formed. Yeah, put it in the comments, let us know. If I find out for sure, I'll put it in the comments. I was just going to pick the killer up and I've come back and look what the boys have done. They got a bulb in. This was the wee toilet. This is going to extend out now to the other side of this window, so that's going to be the ensuite. So still toilet and sink, but we'll have room for a shower, which is awesome. And then look, you can actually see where the window was. I think that's about the same level as those windows. So I think that's the original window. Did they close it up and then make this window? I don't think they would have built two windows so close. I think that was the original one, and then did they move it over there so that it lined up with this door to bring more light in here? Because it's this elevation that's south facing, not south. But how cute is it? I just love it. Oh look, Archie found more. Can you see? This, I took a video on my phone, so this was the original. We're nearly sure it's a rat hole. Tunnel. Came into this like circular chamber. And then that seems to be where it has. Jenny, my eldest, is doing archaeology. She would have loved this. Thinking for information. So yeah, I think that's a really nice window. And the fact that I'm putting a dividing wall here could mean you can have this window for this little dressing room and that window for this ensuite. It's going to be fab. Look at that. Got an extractor fan. A little bit of concrete floor. Yeah. Good. Taking off this tongue and groove, and because we thought, oh well, we'll have a look at, we'll put all of these bits of wood in the one place because I'm going to use those for firelighter. So we'll take all off in the one go, and there was wood underneath the wood. I have a funny feeling that's there to hide a horror story. Maybe not. Who knows? We will see. This we might take down. I don't know if we do it today. I need to just check with someone that's definitely not load bearing. I don't think it is, but it's just a little single layer of bricks. But still, I'll get someone to advise me on that before I do it for sure. That's good progress. Look what we found. Behind the wood there was more wood. They're just pouring it up. Oh, that's alright. I thought it was going to be awful. Sorry.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm standing up. Is this a fireplace they blocked up? This is a fireplace they blocked up. That's why.
What's this hole doing at the bottom?
Come on. I think this is a fireplace they blocked up.
You report us?
chimney tops up there. One on the right has smoke coming out of it, and the one on the left is not. You should be wearing that one. Right? You should be wearing that. See, I don't know. This is like 70 centimeters deep. I don't know why the red brick in here. This should be stone like this. So either they have, I thought they had built a brick wall in front of the stone, but they haven't, because that's stone.
That's not dust.
That's the fireplace, I knew it. So I think that I was right, it was a fireplace, look. But because it's, the bricks are soft, I think we're going to take the bricks out and close it up properly with the stone. But it looks like it was some type of fireplace that they bricked up. It's quite a lot of soot. The mask on. So I'm going to close off the video. I'm going to close off the video for today because we're going to have a cup of tea and oh, there we go, Taylor's making tea in the tea station. So we did get everything that we wanted to do today. We got a tea station made, we got the bathroom cleaned, we got the floorboards up in the bathroom dressing room, and yeah, that's pretty good for today. And we found what we think is a rat hole, and we found a secret window, and we found a secret fireplace. So I'm quite worn out with the excitement of it. Yeah, so cup of tea, shortbread, and we'll get finished up for today.